In Bible study one morning, I asked the women in my group to share a prayer request about a relationship struggle that they were having. And I figured that most of the women would share about maybe a parenting struggle or a marriage struggle. I was a little bit surprised to hear each and every woman share about a very controlling mom or a very controlling mother-in-law. They were stressed out, they were burdened, they were anxious about these tense relationships. And as the women were speaking, I sensed that God was saying something to me because He was already opening my eyes to this problem that I have for wanting to take control and the tension that I was creating in my own relationships. And I had thought about how my control problem was creating issues in the short term. I hadn't really considered the long term. I hadn't considered who I was becoming. And I hadn't considered the long-term effects that this could possibly have on my family. And so after the women shared that day around the table, I leaned in and I said, "You guys, did you hear the consistency of our prayer requests? How do we ensure that one day it's not our daughters and our daughter-in-laws sitting around this table sharing about a very controlling woman in their life, and it's us?" Because I see the seeds of this problem in my heart, and I am very aware that that's who I could become. And I think that if we just give a vent to this desire that we have in our hearts for control, if we just let it take us where we will become these bitter, burdensome, controlling older women. And I think if we want to go a different direction, I think we need to start now. We need to start in the small moments and the larger events of our lives. And rather than taking control, we need to lay down the burden of control and surrender instead to God.